Hi, I'm Laura.
And I'm Paul.
And this is The Truth About.
Confusion filled sea of doubt. It's time to hear the truth about. Confusion filled sea of doubt. It's time to hear the truth about.
Drinking. So, Laura, do you like to drink?
I love a drink.
What do you like to drink?
I like to drink a bit of everything. I actually think I prefer a drink over certain foods. So if you took me to a shop and you went, well, you can either have a Dr. Pepper or a chocolate bar, I'd probably go for the drink.
Yeah, you are a bit like that.
Yeah, I think it's because I feel like it lasts longer.
I think growing up, I used to be really into that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I do like a fizzy pop.
But do you think growing up, did you have a lot of that or not?
No, I think that's the reason why. Yeah,
See,
but it's a
me,
treat that I can have every single day,
it's bad,
and it will still
but
be
we
like a
had
treat.
Soda.
I know,
all the time.
When I first went to your house, there were these big bottles of Diet Coke. I was like, "This is a posh house."
Just all the time.
Yeah, and I just drink it constantly. Honestly, if someone's got fizzy drink in that house, I'm down for it.
Yeah. That's interesting.
I would do that now, but I'd probably get through it really quickly.
Yeah. And don't you find that awkward when people come over and they expect a really fun drink?
And
it's
you're
always
just like,
we got water or...
Yeah, and the reason
cordial?
is pretty much because I would drink it in seconds. So drinks... This is a really random topic. It's not just necessarily about alcohol, which we will talk about in detail.
But yeah, this was the thing. It was inspired because of a book, Laura.
Oh, another one.
It's called A History of the World in Six Glasses. Now, for me, it was written by Tom Standage. I think it's how you say his name. But basically, I thought, what a boring book, right? And it's one of those. It was one of those ones where it automatically just came up into my book feed as I do, and it started playing. I was like, okay, I'm intrigued because it basically started off by saying beer wasn't invented; it was actually discovered. I was like, okay, yeah, that's interesting. By mixing grain and water, like in the ancient Egyptian times and stuff. You know what I'm like with my Egyptology. So I was like, that's interesting.
Yeah.
You know, like how beer was around for such a long time.
And how
it's a part of our civilization.
People used to drink beer and ale because it was better than drinking the water.
The rubbish water. Yeah, exactly.
Same with whiskey and things like that. Because
like treating your own water with grains and...
Exactly. It was healthier for you.
Yeah, but you think that was the thing, like ancient Egypt and like those times, the ancient times or whatever, they essentially were like, this is good. This tastes good.
And
it makes me feel good.
Yeah.
It makes me feel good.
Well, it's like, it used to be incredibly weak, though.
Yeah.
Like, listening to The Diary of Samuel Pepys.
Oh, yeah, I love that. Highly recommend that, everyone.
I would get the podcast version, the BBC podcast version, audiobook
version, yeah.
It's
really
dramatized
and
it's really, really
sounds,
good. Yeah,
I love that.
It's really, really good. But he pretty much drinks it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They drink wine.
We're gonna go a bit into that. Yeah.
And it was pretty much a staple, which I would love now, except that our alcohol is a lot stronger now, and it's been developed significantly.
But that's the thing. So civilizations were built around beer. That's how it was. So due to obviously grains being used for so many staple foods such as bread and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, like they used to. We're going to go into that anyway, but yeah, like people would drink beer all day long for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner or whatever. That was just a thing. But it was ancient Greece which viewed beer drinkers as like, I don't know what the word is, but let's say savages. You know what I mean? Due to like the Vikings and other civilizations drinking it. So actually their alcohol choice for the elite was wine.
Yes, which you see a lot in Game of Thrones. I know Game of Thrones isn't factually correct.
No, but it
that's
has
pretty
facts
much
within it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Tyrion will just drink wine.
Yeah.
Copious amounts of wine.
But yeah, I like that. Because now, let's say that wine is cheap.
It depends on what wine you get.
Well, okay. But it's achievable to buy. It's not for the elites.
No. I enjoy wine.
Yep.
White wine. I enjoy rosé, white wine. I don't like red wine.
No.
For some reason.
Yeah. I was about to say, have you tried enough of it, though?
And
People are really into it, aren't they?
I've had like a glass, but mostly after I've had too much white wine and run
Yeah,
out
but
and
there
then
you
gone.
go though.
But it's headache inducing to me.
Gillian Anderson really sells it in The Fall.
Yes. She also sells silk blouses and suits, but so I love champagne.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of Prosecco.
Now here's one for you. So spirits come from the Arab world. So basically they were distilling different drinks and things like that. So spirits are actually a more Arab thing.
See, with spirits, for me, it's pretty much been my teenagehood was a case of
From 18 onwards, obviously.
Yes. Stealing spirits from my friend's parents' cupboard.
Oh, God.
And mixing it with a very little amount of fizzy drink and trying to get as drunk as possible on them. Whereas now, we measure out our spirits.
What have we become?
I know. And, we'll have it with fizzy water and frozen fruit, and it tastes lovely. And it's nice, and it doesn't make us feel sick.
I say this was one of the the funniest. It's probably not really funny at all, but
Nope.
It's crazy. One of my friends was a drummer in the 60s and all that kind of stuff. The olden days, and he was like, "Yeah, we used to drink a bottle of whiskey a day."
Yeah.
But he said it was a lot weaker then.
Yeah.
Things like that. You're like, that's crazy though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like that's but they were functioning.
What is your favourite drink?
My favourite drink. As in, not alcohol.
It can be anything.
You know what?
What?
I hate to say,
What?
there's something really, really special about drinking a Coke.
I love a Coke from a glass bottle.
Has to be from a bottle, yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Because that's just really special.
You got a special fact about Coke.
Yeah, we're not. We're
you're
working
gonna put that
through it.
later?
We're working through it. We're working through it.
Okay.
So obviously, spirits came from the Arab world. We spoke about that, distilling wines
Yep.
and things like that. Obviously, creating and just other stuff. But my favourite kind of drink story and things like that is like sugar and rum. They were actually a currency in the Caribbean.
Yes.
The Caribbean.
As I learnt in Hamilton.
Exactly. Well, that is what made me think of it as well. Unfortunately, they used to use rum to even buy slaves and all that kind of
Awful.
stuff. But it was a currency.
Yeah.
That was and it played a big part in obviously America's independence. So, did you know about this one, the Molasses Act?
No.
Molasses Act. So basically, the importation of rum from non-British colonies.
Right.
So it was obviously a big one. Obviously rum. It had a big part in the independence and things like that. But it's
That's
like
crazy.
amazing. Sugar, rum.
Yeah.
Because obviously America. I think probably Americans would know a lot more about this in their history, won't they? But hopefully,
Yeah.
'cause we never learned
we
any of this
don't
at
learn
school,
any
did we?
of this, no.
But yeah, that's interesting how that did actually, it was, people were trading all that kind of stuff.
That is crazy. Like rum was currency.
Yeah, and
I
obviously
don't mind rum.
Britain made a lot of money out of that.
Yeah.
When they were colonizing everyone.
It makes me feel like a pirate.
Arr. Now here's one for you though. So coffee was popular in the Arab world. So coffee is an Arab thing.
Yeah.
That's
I
how
think
it
they
is.
probably take it a lot stronger than I do.
But kind of going back from our argument one, how about this? So Europeans used to drink beer or wine throughout the day. That was a thing,
Yeah.
as we said. But coffee houses replaced taverns. So actually, this
Wow.
isn't a modern thing. Like, because I was kind of thinking Starbucks is like a modern thing.
Yeah.
Coffee places are like modern in my lifetime. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I kind of feel that. But no, like coffee houses replaced taverns. That was a thing. But they were well lit and well-to-do thinkers were encouraged to go there. So actually, they were full of like political debates.
Yeah.
Um,
That's why they're so pretentious now.
Well, exactly, yeah. But they believe that coffee houses actually contributed to the French Revolution due to the
Wow.
amount of thinking and debate going on in them.
Wow,
So
that is actually
imagine that.
really cool.
Exactly. So this boring book is actually really not boring. But imagine
I do
that.
love coffee.
Yeah.
I love coffee.
Well, I know that.
I've gone on and off coffee in the past because it can be anxiety inducing, but apparently it helps depression. So if you suffer from both, find your balance.
Well, yeah, I mean, I obviously don't have caffeinated, which is
you
probably
drink
sacrilege
decaf.
to someone.
Yeah.
But I think I overthink too much anyway.
Yeah.
I'm that person. But yeah, so coffee doesn't
Whereas
work well with me.
I need to function on
but
it.
it's only recently that I've started to have decaf, and I'm like, I love coffee.
Yeah.
I do love
Whereas
the flavour.
I love all of that, but
Love
I
the
just love the
taste.
little buzz that I get.
Yeah.
And I know, like, people say, oh, you're gonna, you hit rock bottom at that point. You have your high and then you hit your low, and it's just like, but the low is completely worth it. I just love it. It's nothing better than a cup of coffee first thing in the
What's
morning.
our favourite drink in the UK, Laura?
Our favourite drink in the UK?
Yeah, come on. Britain.
Oh, tea. I thought
Tea.
you meant us personally.
No.
Yeah, a tea is a hug in a mug.
Yeah.
When you need comforting, when you meet with friends.
Where does tea come from, though?
I wanted to say China.
You're correct.
Oh, good.
That's cool.
I was going to say, this is a trick question.
Who
Yes.
were the first kind of people within Europe to actually get tea?
First people in Europe to
Who
get
do you
tea.
think? Yeah, what country? What?
I'm going to say Spain.
The Dutch.
The Dutch.
Yeah, so that's quite interesting, isn't it? The Dutch were the first to import tea, and it was actually used for like more medicinal purposes.
Oh, right. Yeah, because there's obviously lots of different types of tea that do different things,
Yeah.
aren't there?
But it obviously then became very popular in Britain. Tea gardens. That's kind of how
Yeah.
it all. But here's an interesting one for you as a feministic woman. It become very popular with women as they could actually buy tea over the counters, but they wouldn't be allowed to buy coffee from a coffee house.
What the heck?
Exactly.
Why?
Too much political thinking.
Oh, for goodness sake.
No, I don't know.
Well,
You
that
know, like, but
probably
it
is
sounds,
true.
It sounds
It's probably
ludicrous and true.
Like, there was obviously a time where women couldn't drink alcohol without the company of a man.
Yeah.
To
To
how liberating
to-
that we can have a cup of tea. I'll have a Darjeeling, please.
yeah. Yeah.
Blimmin' heck.
Yeah, so obviously tea gardens become very popular with women.
That's why
because of that.
afternoon tea,
Exactly.
ladies who lunch.
But men like it too. I mean, I do like a good afternoon tea and
Yeah.
some cake.
Oh yeah, tea and cake.
But coffee was actually losing power over to tea in the working classes in Britain. So actually, coffee was kind of replaced by tea,
Yeah.
like as in numbers or whatever. The Industrial Revolution, they believe, enabled more people. They could actually work closer because of the medicinal properties of tea.
Wow.
So actually, they did have a huge major effect on people working in close proximity, things like that. It was lowering illnesses and things like that because
Wow.
of tea. So it's quite amazing, isn't it, to actually think that a drink could kind of have that impact kind of thing. The Indian Tea Company made more money than the British government.
Wow.
Imagine that.
There's a lot of wows from this. It's all from drink.
Yeah, drink brings all the wows on. The Americans getting taxed over their tea
Yeah.
led to the War of Independence.
Yeah.
The
Hamilton.
Boston Tea Party. Exactly, yeah. But yeah. That's why I thought it would be quite interesting. But that's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. It is
taxing
crazy.
of the tea, that's it, mate. Let's war.
Yeah.
We don't need
How dare you?
Yeah. That is
but that is, if things are such part of your culture
Yeah.
and your life, you don't want to be scrutinized for it. But scrutinized? Punished in
No.
a way for it. You want
No.
to, enjoy your cup of tea.
Yeah. It's pretty mad. And then kind of our last of the 6 drinks, if you like. I think we've already done more drinks, actually, to be fair.
Yeah.
But soda. So soda was actually invented once again for health reasons, actually carbonated water. Because of whatever reason they decided to do that. But it's soon turned into a drink for the enjoyment in America.
So
They misused it.
is this why they had like a lot of like soda fountains in drugstores?
Yeah, exactly.
Because it was part of their like medical
Exactly.
thing. Because I always find that weird. Like
Yeah.
it's like, oh, let's go to the drugstore and get
Sweets.
sweets and a Coke,
spoonful
a
of
Coke
sugar.
A
spoonful of sugar.
Yeah, helps the medicine go down. Yeah, it does
The medicine
indeed.
go down. Yeah.
You can't see the look I just gave him, but it was that of sheer
Down.
horror. Down. Yeah.
Yeah, so it is interesting, but my favourite Coca-Cola used to have coca in it, obviously a derivative, what they then made cocaine. So obviously some guy was like, yeah, you know what? I mean, cocaine's good for the health.
Yeah.
You know, they use it for that. You know what? Probably shove it in some soda. I'm
Yeah.
sure people would dig it. And then Coca-Cola Coca-Cola, same as the American government at that time, believed in isolation.
Right.
As in from the perspective of we're going to keep it all American. We're not going to export anything, blah, 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 and all that kind of stuff.
Wow.
So that's actually what Coca-Cola like kind of believed in. It's the same as America. They didn't want to export anything out or whatever. So it was only after Pearl Harbor that basically, obviously the horrific events in Pearl Harbor, the American soldiers were being dispatched all over the world. So basically Coca-Cola then went with them. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Like going, right, our soldiers need Coke.
Yeah.
But this
We're
is-
not sponsored by Coca-Cola, by the way.
Man, we should be. Just send me Coke. Fine. Fine. I'm okay with that.
As in the beverage.
Yeah, exactly. So Coca-Cola went with them. So how about this for your marketing, Laura?
Uh-huh.
They offered a Coca-Cola
Yep.
to any soldier in uniform around the world for 5 cents. So basically, if you're wearing a uniform, they
Yeah.
will discount it for you. And
Wow.
then what do you think happened after that?
I have no idea.
It became a global brand.
Ah.
So that was a
See,
pretty...
what do you think about when you hear Coca-Cola?
I think about Christmas.
Yeah.
Holidays are coming.
Yeah. Polar
I
bears.
think about red.
But I also think about Mad Men.
Yeah, totally.
When the last episode,
Yeah.
and that was such a pinnacle moment.
Yeah.
When as soon as that bell rings and he's got that smile on his face, and you're just like, ah, and you get the Coca-Cola advert, and it's just like that is pretty amazing.
But-
It is
But yeah, that's so good marketing.
because it does bring people together. Coca-Cola brings people together,
Yeah.
or at least it
No,
did.
no. I totally still believe it does.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
Let's go get a Coke.
And I don't know. Alcohol has a lot of negative connotations.
Yeah.
I mean, I could tell you so many. I'm going to, but I could tell you so many negative things. You know, where people have had too much to drink and then they want to beat each other up,
course.
or whatever. You know, you just get yourself into horrible confrontations and things like that over alcohol. But I think Coca-Cola, you just get bloated, don't you? Like,
too much sugar.
loads of burping.
Unless you have, Diet Coke, Coke Zero,
Yeah.
know. I guess, there's some drinks which I definitely would stay away from.
Yeah.
Not even just alcohol.
No.
Energy drinks. I used to drink them a lot.
Yeah, that was I say that was a thing. I mean, people are really into that.
Yeah, because it's a highly caffeinated drink and they think it will give them the buzz that alcohol won't give them, but it will...
But people use it for working out.
alcohol will give
people
them-
use it.
Yeah, to keep
that's a
their
crazy thing
sugar
that I've
levels
seen. Like,
high.
I think these people that like, I mean, they're pre-sponsored. Let's face it, as we've learned from all the other podcasts. But it's one of those things where you go, right. So you're like on raw vegan diets and all this kind of stuff, and you're like chugging Monster, or like some kind of crazy energy drink. I think something's wrong here. Whether you're either not drinking this or
Yeah.
you know what I mean, or you're like, I don't know, something's gone wrong.
I want to talk more about some of our favourite and least favourite drinks
Yeah,
after
let's do
our
it.
break.
Yeah, okay, let's have a little break. Be sure to check out Truth About blog at truthabout.co.uk.
So, drinks that we love and hate. So,
Okay.
I'm going to come up with my 5 favourite drinks.
Wow, that's a lot.
I have a lot. I have
Okay,
a lot of
okay,
favourite drinks.
okay. I reckon we might share some.
This isn't in no particular
I
order.
know one that we definitely don't share.
Sorry if you can hear my stomach grumbling.
I say, you're really going for it,
I
Laura.
know, I know.
It's all that talk of Coca-Cola.
I know. I just
Fill
want a
you up.
Coke to fill me up. Yeah. So, Coca-Cola is
Yep.
one of my favourites.
Yeah, got to be done. I'm going to share that one.
Champagne
Yeah.
is one of my absolute favourites.
See, okay, so
and it has to be good champagne.
let's don't make people think that we're pretentious about this or whatever, but that is the thing for me. Champagne is such a
It's a special drink.
It's such a special drink. It reminds me of fun occasions, as in like really
some of our
memorable.
happiest moments have been whilst we've
Yeah,
been
like you
drinking
get
champagne.
engaged, you have some champagne. You
When we got married.
yeah. You, go to the Eiffel Tower and
Yeah.
that restaurant, you have champagne. It's all these kind of things which really champagne afternoon teas and stuff like that. I've got that's a major positive
Yeah,
thing for me.
I love champagne because I don't think I've ever overdone it on champagne.
No, it's too expensive to overdo it.
Well, exactly. So I can have 3 glasses and be happy.
Yeah.
It might be more expensive, but
Yeah.
I also think that the more expensive it is, the less likely I'm going to feel ill. I'm
Yeah.
going to overdo it.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just need that, because I think when people go and have cheap drinks,
Yeah.
they can lose their inhibitions and probably buy a lot more than what they should.
Yeah.
Or end up buying, airline tickets to New York or something. So it ends up being more expensive than a bottle of champagne anyway.
Yeah.
My third favourite, coffee.
Yeah.
Fourth, tea.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking fifth.
Ooh.
I'm trying to think. Have I? Oh, Dr. Pepper.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Dr. Pepper. I love Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
What were you thinking?
No, I don't know.
What were you thinking is the one that I was going to say that you didn't want, that you don't like?
No, I'm going to tell you one that I really like, which I know you definitely don't like. Cream soda.
Oh, yeah.
I love cream soda.
You know what? Number 6 should have been a butterbeer.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
I love a butterbeer.
Yeah. But that's...
But that tastes like cream soda, which I don't get because I don't like cream soda.
Yeah. Oh, it's,
So for you,
for
it's
me,
champagne.
man, growing up,
Fish and chips.
usually on a Friday, fish and chips with a cream soda.
Don't. I want fish and chips now.
And that for me is just like, just all the feels. You know what I mean? That's just
Yeah.
like it. Let's face it. Even when I was vegan, there was a day where I had fish and chips. Like, do you remember that? Just
Yeah,
like
you're such a fraud.
I'm like, yeah, it was only one day,
Yeah.
one day a year.
Yeah, yeah. I think one of my least favorite, some of my least favorite drinks have been anything that's dandelion and burdock.
I was about to say
flavour.
that is my least
That is
favorite
just
drink.
poison.
Going to my nan's, and she would
Jägermeister.
always have it, and you go, why?
Jägermeister.
Yeah.
Cough syrup, that is.
Oh, you know
It's
what?
deadly.
My nan had it, and I'm not even sure if
Jaeger?
she liked it. No.
Oh, dandelion and burdock. I
burdock.
was going to say, your nan's
go.
hardcore.
Yeah. She was.
Least favorite drinks. Flipping hate fizzy water. I don't know why you keep buying it. Oh yeah, to mix with my alcohol, because alcohol makes the fizzy water taste better.
There you go.
That's pretty much the only reason to drink fizzy water. It's so, even if you mix it with like a cordial,
Yeah.
that sounds really, a squash basically.
Yeah. Posh squash.
It's still like too fizzy. It still has that horrible fizziness. I don't know.
I like it.
I don't like milk.
You don't like milk?
I can't just drink a glass of milk.
Milkshake.
I like milkshake. But
Milkshake's
that's 'cause
kind of
it's
an ice cream, isn't it?
It's
Yeah.
more ice cream, milk, and
Yeah.
it tastes good.
Oh, I love a milk tea. Okay, I add that to my one.
milkshake.
Milkshake, yeah. That's like, so growing up, we had like a Wimpy.
You're very nostalgic.
Yeah, I love being nostalgic. Like, that's fun.
Getting
isn't it?
oh god, a burger and chips from Wimpy.
Exactly.
This is not a good time
On
to
a
be talking.
plate. On a
because
plate,
We're
Laura.
gonna end up. I know,
On
very
an actual
posh.
plate.
Ooh la la. I'm gonna end up having like some chicken and rice dinner when really I just want a Wimpy.
Sparkling water.
Or with sparkling water, and really I just want a
Yeah,
big
milkshake.
burger.
Yeah, milkshake. That's a good one. Even a McDonald's milkshake.
You know what I don't
Not
like?
fussy.
Those fridge milkshakes.
I
They're
no.
too sickly.
Ah man, see, growing up though,
See, for you, yeah, I think drinking a lot of stuff, it does give you a
it's a
sense of
weird one.
nostalgia.
I love dipping.
McDonald's chips.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do like a thick shake, thick milkshakes.
See, I think I had an argument with someone before about this. You know, where they're like, "God, how can you dip like
I-
chips
see, I
into a
don't-
thing?"
I don't
I'm
really
like, right,
get why.
I'm gonna eat these chips, then I'm gonna wash it down with the drink. It's no different.
Yeah, but you're making the chips soggy and wet, and that for me is just a no go.
What other ones? Come on.
What other drinks are there in the world
What were that you don't like?
that I don't like?
Well, red wine. You've
Red wine.
established that.
Red wine I don't like. I'm not a big fan of like a strong
Whiskey.
beer. No, I hate whiskey.
Do you remember that? There was a really nice whiskey mojito at the Roosevelt Hotel in LA, and I
You
loved
got
that.
me one,
I
and it
I did
was
really
so
well out of that
strong.
because you didn't drink the other
Yeah.
one, and it was strong.
There's a lot of.
I think it knocked
like,
me out.
I don't like a lot of spirits or cocktails which are literally alcohol.
Yeah.
Like, was it a Manhattan?
Oh god, yeah, I remember that.
And we literally sniffed
So
it, and I was like, "This
strong.
is flammable."
Is it vermouth or something like that?
Oh my god, my stomach. Sorry, I'm just thinking about room service. And when we were at a hotel, we got room service, and we, for some reason, ordered a Manhattan. I think we actually ordered a different drink, but we got
They
a
gave
Manhattan.
us one. Yeah, we were
And
like
it
trying to
was
figure
like,
it out.
fumes were coming, and it was just so strong. I was like, nah. I do like cocktails which are like really fruity, where I can't taste the alcohol. Daiquiri. Ugh.
Or what about
So
that
rum.
time? What about that time in Vegas, Laura?
Oh God, this
Strawberry daiquiri, and it was like a slushy.
Caesar's lemonade.
Oh God, the Caesar's
and
lemonade.
it was
that
like,
was a tiptoe over the edge.
God, say we're just talking about our alcoholic endeavors.
Yeah.
But I pretty much hadn't eaten that much for some reason, and we
were having liquid lunches.
Yeah, it was. We were in Vegas for the second half of my 21st birthday trip
To be fair,
America.
I think we were drinking all the way through New York before we got there.
You were drinking more than me because I didn't actually drink that night. You just went a bit crazy and tried to run down the hallway naked. But I didn't want you
What's
getting
wrong with that?
arrested. Anyway, so we got like this pink lemonade thing, and it didn't taste of alcohol at all. And so I don't drink things by halves. If I go to a restaurant, I'll drink like 4 glasses of Coke. So when something's nice and fruity and it's like this weird like slushy thing, I was just drinking it, and I was like, yep, next one. So I think we had about 3. And then I said, we should go swimming.
Oh, that's a good idea in 40-degree heat or whatever it was.
Yeah, this is the thing. I'd had like the smallest croissant in the world, and it was 4 hours later. We were going out for a big dinner that night, so I said, you know what? Let's go swimming. It'll be fun. And I got back to the hotel room, started getting changed, and then I said, oh God. And I spent about 2 hours in the bathroom, being violently sick with strawberries, because they actually had strawberries and thing. And Paul doesn't like strawberries
Sorry if
anyway.
you're
He
eating.
likes the daiquiri. Yeah, don't listen to this. And Paul was holding my hand. And then he said, after 2 hours of me hugging the toilet
Can I
bowl,
order a pizza?
can I order a pizza? And I was just like, Anyway,
The funny thing was, is the annoying thing with you is you get out of your system. Obviously, we're not like this anymore.
No.
But like, we're pretty young.
well, this was 8 years ago.
Crazy heady times.
Yeah.
But you get out your system
And then I'm fine.
and then you're fine. Me,
Yeah, Paul
I
passed out.
never
No.
I never do it, and I wake up like death.
Yeah.
Then I have 24
Paul
hours of
had
death.
Paul had half the pizza and they said, I need to go to sleep. I think
man.
I was,
That was a bad
watching
idea.
Storage Wars.
That was
and
good.
I woke up from my nap and I just was like, ooh, cold
That's
pizza.
a weird thing in America where they just play the whole series in a row, don't they?
Yeah, I probably watched about 5 hours of it. And I was like, Paul, I'm going to have the rest of this pepperoni pizza. And I just sat there watching Storage Wars, eating this pizza, feeling fresh as a daisy.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I don't be sick when I drink anymore because I no longer have pints of things.
No.
Especially
Pints.
ones that contain spirits.
Yeah.
I am definitely limiting the. I have a limit. So if I'm going to drink a spirit, I tend to have 4 shots of it mixed with something.
Yeah.
Like
Don't mix it.
as in with
Yeah.
Coca-Cola or fizzy water or a tonic or something.
The purists will say
champagne.
don't mix it.
3 glass. Well, yeah, but I don't drink shots of spirits.
No.
I need to water it down. And yeah, I'll have 3 small glasses of white wine, and then I know my limit now.
Yeah. And that's the thing with all of this as well, obviously from the alcohol perspective and
Yeah.
things like that, is like obviously you've got your fair share of alcoholism in your family and
Yeah.
I've got my fair share of alcoholism in my family. So it's like that's always been the fear where we've actually had long periods of time where we just haven't drunk for
Yeah.
like years.
Like, I've learned now that I could probably drink every single day. I wouldn't feel bothered about it, but I wouldn't get drunk every single day.
No.
But I don't.
No.
I'll drink a few times a week.
Yeah.
But I do it because it's like the relaxant side. I think since becoming a parent,
God.
it's that thing for me.
Yeah.
No, but you know, I can't share it with her.
No.
It's
Not yet.
my thing. I share bath time. Well, no, not yet. Come on, Ava, become 18. Mummy's taking you to get some wine.
Let's finish off with this one.
What?
There's one important drink that we haven't actually spoke about yet, and actually, it's really, really important. Like that's
To us or in general? Water.
in general, yeah, water.
Water.
Yeah.
I
Because-
do like downing water.
As soon as you wake up, just down 2 pints of
When
water
you're feeling
or
unwell,
whatever.
drink it. It's
Yeah.
good for your
Flushes
skin.
you out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all that kind of stuff.
Water
So
is a miracle drink, and
really
that's the
is.
thing. You do forget about it.
it makes you more awake.
I did want to mention it earlier because, I think drinking more water gets rid of the bags under your eyes,
It does.
clears your skin,
Yeah.
reduces bloat.
Yeah.
Weirdly,
That is strange,
You know,
but yeah.
it is
Flushes
really
you out, man.
Yeah, it keeps you regular.
Yeah.
It's good for your kidneys. You know,
So that is really the miracle drink.
yeah, that's the one drink you should be sure to drink a lot of.
So if you take anything away from this, please drink more water.
Hashtag reminder:
Yeah.
drink water.
Yeah. No,
And then
that's
you
cool.
can drink your spirits. But yeah, let us know.
drink water in between every spirit.
Let us know what your favourite drink is.
Yeah.
Alcoholic, non-alcoholic.
Get weird. Get weird with it.
yeah,
Ice
tell us
cream, Ice cream in Coca-Cola.
Yeah, of Coca-Cola floats.
float, yeah,
Coke
man.
floats.
Love that.
Yeah, no, too sweet for me. But yeah, let us know on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at TruthsPod.
And be sure to subscribe on wherever you listen to this podcast on Spotify, YouTube, Podbean, or Apple Podcasts. And we shall catch you next time.
Chin chin.
Confusion filled sea of doubt. It's time to hear the truth about confusion filled sea of doubt. It's time to hear the truth.